Hi, thank you for stopping by my channel. My name is Alice and today I am going to be talking about microneedling, which is a really big trend in anti-aging treatments just now, and particularly about a kind of microneedling that you get in a facial from a brilliant facialist called Marie Reynolds, and her treatment is called the Masterlift. So microneedling is so popular now, I think because it's that kind of crossover treatment that's between a salon facial and between a full-on clinic treatment that gives a good result and is quite easy to tolerate. So it's not too much of a step up for people who are curious about trying something that's a bit more than your usual salon facial. And what microneedling involves is using a device with very sharp, tiny needles on the end of it to create thousands of miniature puncture wounds in the skin. And if you're thinking, why on earth would you want to do that? Well, the answer is that creating these wounds in the skin creates a wound healing response, because your poor skin is all traumatized and has to rush to produce collagen and elastin and growth factors and other things that heal the skin, and that all makes the skin look a bit fresher and younger as it heals. Also, making that many holes in the skin mean you've got little channels through which high-tech anti-aging serums can more easily penetrate into the skin. It's a bit like aerating the lawn. If you make all those holes, whatever you put on the surface will get straight in there afterwards, and it takes about 24 hours for those holes to close up. So that is the attraction of it, if you like. And there are various ways of doing microneedling. You can use spiky rollers like the derma roller. You can use things like the derma pen, which is what Marie uses in this treatment now, or there's a newer type called the Inno pen. Anyway, I've been trying out a number of these treatments recently, and this is the first of those. So Marie Reynolds is, as I said, a fantastic facialist who has an amazing client base. So of course I had to go and try it. I've been to have treatments with Marie before, but they were a very different kind of treatment. She used to be all keen on energy treatments with crystals and vibrations, that sort of thing. Sounds a bit weird, but it gave fantastic results. And she still does those treatments, but this Masterlift with the derma pen is her newest thing. And Marie works in Norfolk and also in London, and when she's in London she's at Fortnum and Mason in Piccadilly. So I went off there to see what the Masterlift was all about. And the thing about the derma pen and why Marie likes it is because it has needles that can be dialed up and down in length. You can change the needle length between an eye-watering 3mm, which is if you imagine a 3mm needle having a go at your face, that is quite intense. I've seen it being demonstrated at a trade show. It looked quite painful. And the good news about Marie's treatment is she uses it at the tiny 0.5mm length. So that's much easier to tolerate. That's a tiny length of needle, but she says that's plenty to create the wound healing response in the skin, which is what you need to get the effects of the treatment. And as she says, why on earth put yourself through any more discomfort than you have to in order to get much the same results? So she uses a derma pen, and when you see the first clip of the video, you can see my face is a bit of a funny colour. That's just because of a brownish serum that Marie has put onto the skin before she does the needling. It's nothing more sinister than that. And you'll see she's whizzing this device around my face, and that's because the needles in the end of it oscillate. They nip in and out of the skin 120 times a second. So it's going so fast she can move it like that around the skin without it dragging the needles. And then after the needling, then she puts on a lovely soothing face mask, and then the light mask, which it looks like a sort of space age full face mask, and that has inside it lights which bathe the face in first red light, soothing LED red light, which calms the skin down after all this needling, and which also helps the skin to produce more collagen. Then there's blue light, which calms down the bacterial levels in the skin. And then purple light, which boosts energy in the mitochondria, which are the little powerhouses that produce energy within the skin cells. So there's all that, but that's very gentle, very comfortable. Then she has a little go at my lips, needling my lips, which, as you'll see, is not as bad as it sounds. And that's that. So see what you think. The clip's coming up now. All right, so here we've got the Derma pen, which is very comfortable. So this with the 0.5mm needle.
Yeah, so
I can't feel any prickling even at all.
No, it's very much like I suppose a microdermabrasion if you've had a microdermabrasion.
Yeah,
although you
even
might
more
feel
comfortable.
Yeah, although you may feel that it's a little bit more sensitive around the bony areas.
Okay, but this is great because I've seen it done on stand where it, it's bringing up the skin quite red.
Yeah.
And this doesn't look like it's doing that quite yet.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, you will get a little bit of pinking because it's natural, and that's encouraging your growth factors and
is
fibroblasts.
Sorry to interrupt. Is this the serum on my face that's this muddy colour?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the zinc finger.
Zinc finger. Fantastic. Sounds good.
But your 0.5 will touch the epidermal junction and the dermal junction, so it will influence that wound healing cascade. You don't need to interact with blood and nerve supply. You just don't need to.
That's much nicer as a patient.
Yeah, and it's a nice quick treatment that you can have. It's like a lunchtime lift, if you like, and that you can.
So it's not even looking too red, is it?
No.
No,
you
and it feels just livened up somehow.
Yeah.
Like you've been out in the cold and come into the warm or something. It doesn't feel painful in any way, which is nice.
Yep.
So this is a BIOCELLULOSE mask.
Yeah, this
from
is...
Minextree. I'm going to have to work out how to turn this off now. Okay, so this is the LED mask all fitted on.
Yeah, so that it'll have 3 stages. It's also got galvanic in it, so it'll have red, blue and violet. So obviously red is collagen induction, and it interacts with the cells at different frequencies.
Okay.
And then you have blue, which is anti-inflammatory and anti-fungicidal, which is gone now. And then it'll go violet, which links in with the mitochondria, which is your cell's energy engineering.
Amazing. And how long am I under here for?
10 minutes.
Fantastic. Thank you. So why do you needle the lips?
I place hyaluronic acid in, so it just hydrates the lips, and also you'll feel after this, they'll feel very tingly, so it's just a nice natural way of plumping them up and hydrating.
Is this an even shorter needle, because it feels even more comfortable than on the face?
Nope.
Fewer nerve endings?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, no, you get more nerve endings, but I think because it's thicker, more blood supply.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, this is less comfortable. I spoke too soon. Okay, so that was microneedling and the Masterlift with Marie Reynolds. And afterwards, my face looked a little bit pink, but nothing that stopped me from walking off down Piccadilly with no makeup on. And what I did notice over the next few days was that my skin looked miles fresher, you know, that bit tighter and smoother and more even and more radiant. So a really nice result. I can see why people get hooked on this treatment. I'll put all the details about the treatment in here below, and if you've got any questions, stick them in the comments as well, and I'll get back to you on that. And thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.